Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you're all doing well. So this video has been a little bit of a long time in coming. These are iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max leather cases. It takes some time for these cases to come out after the phone is launched, especially if there's a major physical change to the phone. For example, this year we had the camera control button added. And then I wanted to actually test these cases out for a while before I made this video so I can give you the most informed opinion I possibly could. So after studying offerings from a number of brands, the cases that I have on offer for you today are the Aspen from Andar. I've got the Bullstrap case. I've got a case from Lumi. I've got the Mojo case and one from a company called Lonley, which means there were a few different cases that did not make the cut this year. Any cases that have a rubber or plastic frame, I do not like, even if the back is leather. These have to be full leather cases. And I know somebody's going to ask me where the Ryan London case is, and I'll tell you, it just did not make the cut for a couple of different reasons. Number one, not all USB-C cords fit the USB-C opening of that case. And for me, that is a major pet peeve. People have discussed this in various forums. Ryan London itself admits to this problem, saying that their cases are only designed to fit Apple's USB-C cords. Now, another reason why the Ryan London did not make my list is that camera control opening is flimsy. It breaks pretty easily. Some other YouTubers have made videos about that. Now, look, some of you may have the Ryan London case and be perfectly happy with it. That is awesome. Just letting you know why it did not make my list. So let's get right into it. I'm going to start with the Andar. I've used this case for a while, so you may see some wear on these cases a little bit because, like I said, I used them all before I collected my thoughts on them. So this is a decent leather case that's going to run you about $59. My issue with it is that the leather felt a little bit, I don't know, cardboardy. I'm not sure if it's an issue with the quality of the leather or if the layer of leather is just extremely thin. But let's see how this looks. They went with a full opening for the camera control, and this is how this looks. Buttons are pretty nice and clicky. There's a bit of a lip as well for you, so you can kind of put this thing down face down. You've got some protection for your camera in the form of this ring here. Now, I dislike a little bit when the camera protection is a different color than the case. So keep that in mind if that's an issue for you. I think I'd only consider an Andar case if I had a black iPhone, because I don't want the color of the case, and then a different color for the camera protection, and then a different color iPhone is just a bit, I don't know. I don't like it. Now, the USB-C cord issue, it's not as prevalent on the Andar. Now, there are going to be some that will not fit this opening, but most USB-C cords should fit this Andar case. The issue is more prevalent with the Ryan London cases, but there's a high-speed USB-C cable that I use that is a really snug fit on here. That's why I just prefer to have an open bottom. You still get the protection on the bottom because the case covers the corners, but the speaker grill, the USB-C port, etc. are all fully clear. So this is not bad for $59. I would pick something else, as you are going to hear me say in a little bit, but I would say that the Andar is a solid option, and I'd give it 4 stars out of 5 just because it's a balanced option for you. Not too pricey, probably should be a little bit cheaper. It's not the best quality leather, but it's certainly not the worst either. Not a perfect design, but again, not the worst. And most of your USB-C accessories should work fine, but maybe not all. Plenty of color options to choose from. No major issues, but also nothing spectacular from Andar. One other thing, I didn't ever drop this phone with this case, but I did put it down, obviously, on several different surfaces, and the paint begins to chip pretty quickly, pretty easily. So you start to see some of that more natural, perhaps aluminum color right there, if you can tell. That black paint wears off fairly easily. And up next is the Lumi leather case. This is a really nice premium feeling full grain leather. It's also handmade, and I got this in 2 colors. This pomegranate, which is kind of a deep red burgundy color, and then I got it in their sort of tan sienna color as well. So let's check this one out. It gets me every time. This one is absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, kind of a deep red, sort of maybe a wine color, especially for the holidays. Always nice to have something red around. So you smell this one right away. The smell from the Andar, the leather smell, maybe it's barely there if you get your nose close enough. This smells like you just walked into a leather shoe store. But this one is also newer. I've had it less time than the Andar, so maybe that has something to do with it as well. Now, design-wise, I can't really tell a difference between this and the Bullstrap quality wise as well. The differences are going to be in the price, the shipping, and the customer service, all of which Lumasi really takes the cake over Bullstrap. But let's throw this on the phone. So here's how it looks from the front on the phone. You have a really nice little groove here, little opening for the camera control, and it makes it easy to find it without looking. That little groove there that sinks in, you know exactly where it is, and you hit that and it's, you know, that launches the camera with no issues. Buttons are clicky. The buttons on this one are actually stainless steel. I'm not sure if I mentioned on the Andar, I think they are aluminum. Very precise, all the buttons, super clicky. And as you can see here, this pomegranate color pairs really nicely with the desert titanium, burgundy and gold here. And I just absolutely love this case, love the feel of it. And like I said, the leather is just, it's the best I've found on any leather case. However, again, that's probably tied with the Bullstrap just in terms of the leather quality. It is an open bottom design, which again, I prefer. You get all of the protection. You also get compatibility with any USB-C accessory. And I think it just looks better. You can actually see the color of the metal chassis of the iPhone that you got. So I love how that gold shows alongside that burgundy case, pomegranate. A+ for this. I'm giving the Lumasi cases 5 stars. And while we're at it, let me show you how the tan one looks, the Sienna one that I also got. So here's how that Sienna one looks, the tan leather case. And here we go. Clicks right into place, fits perfectly. And everything I said about the pomegranate one goes as well for this Sienna case. A really nice sort of tan brown here. Sienna's somewhat camel brown, maybe a little bit lighter. A really nice color. Also pairs well with that desert titanium. Really love this case. And this also comes in black. I mentioned the pomegranate. Oh, there's like a turquoise color that's really, really nice. And taupe. Now I had the taupe one last year, and the compliments I got on that, it pairs perfectly with the natural titanium. It is, I think, selected specifically to pair with the natural titanium. So if you have a natural titanium iPhone 16 Pro or Pro Max, I would check out the taupe color, or you can check out my iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max leather cases video. You see the natural titanium from last year paired with the taupe leather case from Lumasi. Definitely the color I'd get with the natural titanium. And in case it wasn't obvious, this also has a nice little lip here for you, so you get some pretty good protection. It feels pretty sturdy, especially for a leather case. This and the Bullstrap, you just put this face down and don't have to worry about anything. Up next is a look at the Bullstrap. Like I said, it's almost exactly like the Lumasi. Buttons are nice and clicky. Open bottom design like the Lumasi. The problem that I had with the Bullstrap, number one, is the price. This is going to run you $89. Now, they have sales going on pretty often for about 20% off right now. I think you can get it for $71, but you're also going to have to pay for shipping. I paid about $8, and it took them forever to ship this to me. About 11 days to be exact. Now, I got the Lumasi in about 2 or 3 days. I think one of them was 2 days, one I got in 3 days, and the shipping was free with that one. So this exact same kind of quality of case and design. I just feel like I'm getting a better experience overall, more attentive customer service, just a more elegant experience overall, and more bang for my buck with the Lumasi. And by the way, the Bullstrap and Lumasi cases both come with matching MagSafe wallets that are really, really nice. Same color and quality of the leather. Once again, a little bit cheaper from Lumasi. Both feel like the exact same quality. Up next is this case from Mojo. It claims a slim design, full grain vegetable tan leather, and MagSafe compatible. We'll see how it actually feels. So this is the Mojo case. I gotta tell you, it feels a lot different from the Lumasi and the Bullstrap, even from the Andar. I can't really, maybe there's a slight hint. There is a little bit of a leather smell, not as much as the others, especially the Lumasi and the Bullstrap. You've got camera protection here. That is the same color as the case that you got. I like that a lot. That is a plus over the Andar. Buttons are also in the same color. You got a pretty spacious cutout here around the USB-C port. Should fit with most cables, if not all. Camera cutout here is a little bit like the Lumasi and Bullstrap, but I like the ones on the Lumasi and Bullstrap better. You can just reach it better. You kind of have to dig your finger in here to press the button. It's not a huge issue. It's just, it feels more accessible and comfortable to press on the other cases that I mentioned. Buttons, clicky, just fine. No major issues with this Mojo. If you are looking to not spend more than like 45 bucks or so, then maybe this is a good option for you. Get one of the colors that are on sale, because honestly, quality wise, this is just under the Andar and nowhere near Lumasi or the Bullstrap, but it's also not quite as expensive. So a decent option here from Mojo for sure. The MagSafe is pretty good as well. I'd say pretty much on par with the Andar. Maybe not quite as strong as the magnets on the Lumasi and the Bullstrap, but more than adequate for sure. I only showed you this on the Mojo because it was a little bit slightly less than in terms of MagSafe strength, whereas on the other cases I showed you, absolutely zero problems. One last note on the Mojo, it's a bit stiffer, bit more difficult to take off for me than the other cases. It doesn't mean it's a tighter fit. All of them were good tight fits, but this was just a little bit more difficult to remove from the phone. And the final case we're looking at here is the one from Lonley. I wanted to pick a budget option that didn't have any major flaws in case you kind of wanted a little bit of a leather look without the full leather experience. And I will say right off the bat, no leather smell, and it doesn't really look much like it is leather. They claim that it is. Maybe it is genuine leather, and of course genuine leather is it's kind of a generic phrase, a catch-all phrase, if you will. Generally speaking, the lowest quality of leather is genuine leather. Top grain, not bad. You want to go full grain though, and even within full grain, the quality can vary quite a bit. So this is the lowest I think anyone should go in terms of quality. It's a nice color. Again, I like that the buttons match the color of the case. Same with the camera protection there. They also went with an opening similar to Andar, just a full opening for the camera control. I don't mind that. Overall, this is probably most similar to the Mojo case. And this Lonley case will run you about $30. I'll have links to all of these in the description. This one you can pick up from Amazon. It fits fine. Again, it kind of has that plasticky leather look and feel to it, but for 30 bucks, you're really kind of getting what you pay for there. Buttons, clicky, no issues there. This button feels slightly sticky for some reason, but the case looks like it fits perfectly fine. You have a lip on there, as you do with all of these cases. Very similar looking and sized lip. Placed it face down with no problems. This is a closed bottom design. The opening for the USB port is slightly smaller on this one. You're going to have some issues with some USB-C cords, so keep that in mind, just like the Ryan London. So overall, I'd give this case about 2.5 stars. Its most redeeming quality really is the price. You're going to have no major flaws, especially if you're not going to use much MagSafe, because the magnets are a little bit weak on here. It's not unusable, but if you need strong MagSafe, then I'd go with one of the other options, especially the Lumasi, Bullstrap, or the Andar. So again, final ratings here. The Lumasis, I give 5 stars. It's the most bang for your buck. It's the highest quality leather. It's the best look, and it's the best MagSafe. Matching it in quality, pure quality, is the Bullstrap. So the Bullstrap, I would give though 3.5 stars, because you're paying more. You're also paying for shipping on top of it, and shipping takes forever. Although, by the way, both of these offer lifetime warranties on their products. For the Andar, I'm gonna give this 4 stars. Now, the quality isn't quite what these two are, but you're paying a little bit less. You're still getting a pretty good leather case. Maybe not the bang for your buck that you get with the Lumasi cases, but definitely second place for that value. The quality of the leather starts to drop off a bit, as you can see here with the Mojo. If you can get it for that, for like one of the colors, that's $44, $45, maybe worth it. I would not get this for the $59 price value. I'm gonna give the Mojo 3 stars. And once again, coming in at 2.5 stars is the Lonley case, which is a budget option coming in at about $30. So there you have it, Lumasi in first. Bullstrap ties it in quality, but Andar would be my second place pick due to the experience and a little bit worse value with the Bullstrap. If you can catch the Andar or Mojo on sale, they will be worth their prices. If you absolutely cannot go above $30, Lonley is a okay choice there. Although at that point, maybe just stay away from leather. No doubt the best patinas are gonna develop with the Lumasi and the Bullstrap. Let me know what options you went with in terms of leather cases this year. Again, links in the description to where you can pick up all of these. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button and let the YouTube algo know to show you more videos like this, whether they're from this channel or any other. And I'll catch you in the next one.